back to the family channel.
Hello.
I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to be reacting to This Is America AC-130 Gunship.
On steroids. Garen didn't want to say on steroids, which is fair enough. I'm actually quite happy he didn't, so he asked me if I could say that part. Garen chose this video today. It was in my downloads for the future. I have seen it, but he saw the thumbnail and he really wanted to check it out.
Yes.
So we roped Kat in, and Kat's going to check it out as well. As you can see, Leia's not here again today because she is shopping. It's Friday, so she's always in town, and there's like a little fun fair there, isn't there, at the moment? So she'll probably be there. But yeah, what a day it's been. We've got a little rescue chick. What happened was one of our silkies hatched some eggs, and that was about a week ago, wasn't it? So I took all the eggs that didn't hatch and I threw them in the compost, and you've got to make sure they break, otherwise they pop when you dig the compost. So I broke them and I noticed one was moving. And yeah, one of the chicks couldn't get out. He's in the incubator now. He's fully out, but he's got messed up legs, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, and one of the kittens has decided to go walkabout today, which is a bit unfortunate. So once we finished up with this video, we're going to go looking for Kat.
We're going to try to look for the cat.
Yeah, she's
because
sweet.
she was the sweetest girl.
Yeah, she's loving.
But
Little
she's
tank.
naughty when it comes outside.
Yeah, when she gets her freedom, she decides.
She's very inquisitive, isn't she?
so-
So God knows where she's gone.
I hope she's all right. 'Cause
Yeah.
she is. Her name is Tank because she was the biggest of all the kittens, and now she's the smallest.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's so sweet, and I'm actually really worried about her. But I've been busy today trying to sort out our Buddha, which is a shed or workshop. So yeah, it's been a hectic day, but yeah, I'm glad that it's nearly over. To be honest
just
with you.
finished with Slovakia and Germany.
Oh yeah, the hockey. Slovakia lost to Germany. What was the score?
6-3.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah,
We finished watching the game in the last minute and a half because I got really angry. So
It was empty net, and they just scored the last goal. It was like 6-3. And
Kat hates watching when we lose. Even if we watch a rugby game and we're losing, Kat can't watch it. Oh yes, sorry, before we get into the video, great news. We are going to be vlogging. We are going to watch America versus Latvia in the hockey on the 21st of this month in the Czech Republic. We are super excited. We managed to get some tickets, so we'll be vlogging that. It's going to be my first ever international hockey game.
I am so
Garen's first
excited.
one.
so excited.
We should take the flag.
Yeah, we're going to take off America flag. I'll be
take
wearing my
our
hat.
hoodies
I'm
and
so
jumpers
excited.
I
and
will be
everything.
screaming. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out This Is America's AC-130 Gunship on steroids. Don't forget to subscribe. It'll get the volume will get better. I love that sound.
Stuff on face.
This is America's
Oh my
lethal
gosh.
AC-130 gunship on steroids.
It's like new. Oh yeah, it is new.
The historic, lethal, and combat-tested AC-130 gunship.
Am I
known for-
hallucinating?
Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. I think those are flares. I'm not sure what those... I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. It's not the first time I've been wrong, but I think those are flares. I don't...
Attacking ISIS and Taliban fighters during close air support high-risk combat missions is getting a massive technological upgrade with newer weapons and avionics to increase the effectiveness of the attack platform and extend its service life into future decades, service officials said. AC-130 gunship work involves upgrading the plane with weapons, targeting systems, and sensor packages, Colonel Robert Toth, Chief of Tactical Aircraft, Special Operations, and Combat Search and Rescue Division, told Scout Warrior in an interview.
Those are about the size of your arm. This part. Put them in. They are huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love the way they're like putting them in. It's like a system. Isn't it?
Yeah, but like I would love to hear one of these chain guns in real life.
Yeah?
Chain guns, or that sound.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear it.
Early variants of the AC-130 gunship first entered combat in the late 1960s during the Vietnam War. Later variants served in the Gulf War, War on Terror, and War in Afghanistan, among other missions. The gunships operated by both the Air Force and Special Operations Command are often used to support special operations fighters on the ground engaged in combat. The aircraft is known for its 105mm side-firing cannons, which enable it to...
It's 105 millimeters. It's 10.5 centimeters in diameter. That's crazy.
The aircraft is known for its 105
My
millimeter
uncle-
side-firing cannons, which enable it to fire from a side axis position during close-in combat supporting ground troops.
Is this real?
The AC-130 gunship
Gatling
also
gun.
has a 25 millimeter Gatling gun and a 40 millimeter weapon, according to Air Force statements. The Lockheed Boeing-built aircraft uses 4 Allison T-56A-15 turboprop engines, each with 4,300 shaft horsepower.
Ooh, windows.
The 155,000-pound aircraft has a 132-foot wingspan
Just the-
and hits
the
speeds of
cannons and
300 miles per hour. Its crew consists of a pilot, co-pilot, navigator, fire control officer, electronic warfare
Video
officers,
games.
flight engineer, TV operator, infrared detection operator, loadmaster, and 4 aerial gunners.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
The
people.
AC-130's Spooky 2 gunship is a standard C-130 transport aircraft engineered for close air support combat.
Look at it.
Its 105 millimeter
Just hold on. I gotta pause that
aircraft
just to show Gary.
engineered
Look. Gun.
Gun.
What is that? Like cameras,
Yeah.
infrared cameras and stuff? That is insane.
for close air support combat.
Missile there on the-
Its 105 millimeter
Look at
gun, called an M102 howitzer, fires 33-pound high explosive shells at a firing rate of 10 rounds a minute, according to
That's
reported
insane.
Popular Mechanics.
Oh my
The weapon has a range of
Yeah.
up to 7 miles and is the
Man,
largest
freaking
gun ever
RPG.
operated from a U.S. Air Force
Yeah,
aircraft,
it's
the
got a range
report
of
said.
7 miles.
The aircraft's 25 millimeter Gatling gun, the GAU-12, is the same weapon now on the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. The weapon fires both high explosive incendiary and armor-piercing incendiary rounds against enemy fighters, buildings, and light vehicles, Popular Mechanics writes.
Isn't it amazing that like they so high up, and how do they shoot the targets? Like
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's amazing,
That's what
man.
I don't get.
It's amazing.
Or they just shoot randomly.
No, I don't think they
No.
shoot randomly. I've
Yeah.
got like, I suppose it's training. Because if it's like
Yeah.
clay, like if you imagine when you go clay pool shooting, like clay shooting, you always aim slightly in
Yeah.
front of it. So I don't know if it's something like that on when you're flying. So whether they
Yeah,
have to aim a little
maybe.
bit in front
Yeah.
or
a bit
behind.
lower,
or
higher.
yeah, it's a good question actually. I've never really thought about it.
Yeah,
I just
neither
I just
have I.
love watching it.
Or maybe it has something to do with the plane, the navigators.
Yeah, there's so much
You don't
technology
even know
on
what's
those.
happening in the
And when I say I want to hear one, I want to hear one from a distance. I don't want to be experience the
Yeah.
the actual aftermath.
C-130
Oh, wow.
Fleet.
Look at that.
The AC-130 gunships make up a small portion of a fleet of roughly 500 C-130 planes throughout the Air Force and Special Operations Command, Toth explained. The cargo planes are used to airdrop supplies,
That's
equipment,
amazing.
weapons, and troops in forward deployed
parachute.
Those are
locations.
people.
As a propeller-driven aircraft, the C-130s can fly and land in more rugged conditions and withstand harsh weather, such as obscurance. The propellers make the aircraft's engines less susceptible to debris flying and causing operational problems for the engines. It really allows you to do that tactical movement of equipment and
Oh, look how they put
personnel
it on
to
barrels.
take
That's
the
cool.
airplane
Yeah.
to the last tactical mile. A lot of our transport strategic airlifters are meant to go to a hard runway somewhere, and then they turn over the cargo to be moved to the forward areas to a C-130 or a vehicle. The C-130 allows you to take that cargo and land on a smaller runway or unimproved airfield, Toth added. C-130s are used for domestic, international, and war zone transport, including homeland security, disaster relief, and supply deliveries, among other things. There are probably missions that have yet to be dreamed up for the C-130, Toth said.
Yeah.
The fleet consists of 135 more modern C-130J aircraft and 165 older
Look at the size of the
C-130Hs.
creatures, the
Yeah.
building. Like when you see them on their own, look at that. That's massive. They're huge.
That's like a building. That's
It
like
is.
that building.
It's like a
there.
flying house.
Been around since the 80s, Toth explained. Also, MC-130Js are specially modified airlifters engineered to transport Army
Look at that.
Green
That looks
Berets,
so cool.
Yeah.
Navy SEALs, and Army Rangers.
I'd
They are
love to
essentially
jump
a
out of plane with
C-130J,
a parachute.
further modified with defensive systems, with radar countermeasures and infrared radar and advanced sensors for specialized missions. They can also perform
smooth.
in-flight
Yeah.
refueling, Toth explained. C-130
They look all
modernization.
the same a bit.
The Air Force remains vigilant about its C-130
Yeah.
fleet to ensure the airframes, wing
How can it
boxes,
fly?
avionics,
That's
and
it.
communication systems remain safe and operational. This is particularly true of the older 1980s era C-130Hs, Toth added. The thing that causes the greatest risk to the airplane is the life of the wing. We monitor the wing of the aircraft, and as the wings get past their service, we bring the airplanes back in and bring in new structures.
So that's
with
the
primary
biggest thing that they got to watch for. The cause of disaster is the wings, the life of the wings.
Wait, oh.
So they changed.
So they
to
changed
bring the
it.
airplanes back in and bring in new structures, with the primary focus being the center wing box, which is the area where the wings mount to the fuselage, Toth said.
That's insane.
As for when a C-130 requires a maintenance upgrade to preserve,
Look, did you see that? Wait.
Toth said. As for
Look at that human against that plane. That's like the plane that when we used to go on to from England to Slovakia.
It's probably a bit bigger.
Probably bigger.
Yeah. Oh
when
my,
a C-130 requires
huge,
a
eh?
maintenance upgrade to preserve and maintain service life, the Air Force uses an assessment metric referred to as equivalent baseline hours. The wing boxes are changed once the aircraft reaches a certain severity factor in its operational service time. This is necessary because the wear and tear or impact of missions upon an airplane can vary greatly depending upon a range of factors, such as the altitude at which a plane is flying, Toth said. Low-level flight may be 3 to 4 times the severity factor of flying at a higher level, he said.
See, you would think the opposite, wouldn't you? You would think the higher you go, the more damage the wing takes.
Yeah.
But it's the other. What happened to your hair, babe?
What? What's wrong with
It's puffy up on that side. You'd think that the higher you go, the more damage the wing takes, but it's the
Yeah.
opposite. That's crazy.
Avionics Modernization
those.
Program Increment 1 in
Can you imagine just sitting there?
What are you
I'll
meant
look
to
at that
press?
over there.
Yeah, and
button?
then
Which button shall I watch?
Yeah.
a light bulb
Which
will
gauge,
pop up.
yeah.
I would be like that.
Oh, it would be so confusing. I'd be like, which one's on the clock? What time is it?
involves adding new 8.33 radios to the aircraft to improve communication, along with initiatives to
Tired?
upgrade
I am
cockpit
actually.
voice recorders and digital data recorders. C-130s will also receive new collision avoidance technology designed to prevent the planes from hitting terrain or colliding with one another midair. AMP Inc. 2 involves a larger scale effort to integrate digital avionics throughout the airplane. Inc. 2 will require 9 months to 1 year of work to be completed by 2028, Toth explained. This will allow us to bring the airplane from analog to digital, integrate a glass cockpit, and use touchscreen displays. We'll get away from the old system
I don't know whether you guys heard that. Leia's just got home. She was like, hello?
systems of avionics where we had dial-driven instrumentation to where it's all digital. This makes us able to process a lot more information, Toth said. As
Low,
part of the
isn't it?
new C-130 modernization calculus,
Really low.
the Air Force will consider retiring some C-130Hs and replace them with newly built
Looks like it's
C-130Js.
very heavy.
The service has the authority to
See, I
acquire
wish
an
when they
additional
retired them, they'd turn them into like housing or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
I
cool.
saw a person that was living that
In a
lives in
plane.
a plane,
Yeah, I saw
in the
that.
jungle.
A woman, wasn't it?
A woman,
Yeah, she
it
bought
was
an
a
old
woman.
Boeing or something. But like that, I mean, you could say, right, let's turn it into like a homeless shelter or something. Like,
Yeah.
put bunk beds or little rooms in there.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
20 C-130Js,
hotels.
Toth added. We continue to evaluate where it makes sense to retire an older airplane and instead put that money into buying new airplanes, he said.
Put that money. There's a lot of money.
How can you take off? I don't get it.
I don't get how planes in general take off. It still amazes me.
Just have to
But it
lift
must
it
be
up.
so heavy.
With all the people and the gear in there. It's a beautiful plane. Beautiful. I still want to get more model planes and do a whole shelf on them.
Yeah, like a warthog.
You're proper tired today. You're yawning
Mummy.
like crazy. I think this is just all the clips here. What is the time? Yeah, it is quite late actually.
How does it go up?
I still, when we go on a plane anywhere, I'll end it there because it's just showing little clips. We'll watch that on our own. But I still can't get over how planes fly, especially when you see the size of them. You're like, how the hell does that get up there? I'm not a scientist or an engineer, so I wouldn't have. Please,
Yeah.
someone was giving me grief on my other channel. They were explaining to me how it all works, like how, because I was like, how the heck does one of those aircraft carriers float? And I got the longest email, like explaining it all. I was like, holy smokes, you know your stuff. I like, not the average person doesn't know that,
Yeah.
but it's amazing though.
Like you gotta be quite like
Clued up.
like so
Clued
you
up.
understand how it works.
But I love these planes. I freaking love them. I know it's not
Awesome.
everyone's cup of tea. I sometimes get a few negative comments when we do videos like this that I'm glorifying war. I'm not. That's why I don't.
I'm amazed by the engineering.
Yeah, that's it. That's
know,
for me.
like
That's it. Like it's amazing the stuff people have come up with, and then when you hear how old the plane
Yeah,
is,
like
it's
some
like
of them
holy
are
smoke.
some of them are from Vietnam War.
60s, yeah.
Yeah.
Older than me,
Oh my,
like 20 years.
So amazing.
that's crazy.
Yeah, anyway, guys, it is weekend. We will try upload this weekend. I'm not sure what we've got planned, but if it's anything like today, it's going to be a bloody busy one. I am still not finished. I'm probably going to go outside and work in the dark for a bit because I cleaned out, like I said, that Buddha. We still got to go look for the cat. Did you guys feed the dogs and cats?
Yeah.
Legends. So, yeah, they've done that already. But, yeah, we've still got a bit of work to do, to be honest with you. It is already 7:15, so it is getting quite late, hence the yawning. Yeah, trading today. Cat was up early. I had a little bit of a lie-in today, although I did sleep rubbish. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you in the next
Next video.
Video.
Bye.